Old. Not really.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going, vacation man?
vacation man.
Holiday man?
You know what? I struggle. This is true though. I really struggle to be on vacation.
You're already struggling, eh?
See, that's what I told you. I really have trouble with not being a finger quotes productive member of society.
I think most people have that problem too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. It sucks. Like you look forward to having a lot of time off, right? Everyone thinks, it'd be great, but you have to like force yourself to like do things. Like you can't. Like it can be overwhelming having a lot of time to do with no responsibilities in a weird way. Like you just sort of you get that choice thing, right? That overwhelmed by
Choice
choice.
paralysis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's tricks to get past that, but definitely it's something that takes
I would like to
practice.
know them.
Yeah, I know. It takes practice. Like I've gotten out of it a few times. It's almost like you just feel kind of mopey at a certain point.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's so
I
annoying.
absolutely know what you mean. And it sounds like the biggest like first world problem ever. I have too much time off.
Right.
Right.
It does. So you don't no, but it's totally a real thing. It happens. It happened to me. It happened to me for like 2 days because Anna was away on like a retreat thingy, and I dropped Jean off at my parents, and it was just like I had the time to myself, and it's just like shit. And like you start just being like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like we hung out, and then after that,
which was like, awesome. I got to tell you, dude, I know I don't say it often enough, but I have so much fun every time you come over.
I know, me too.
Like we gotta a lot of fun. Do that shit more often.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, like I got home and I was like, I got games I can play, but I don't feel like it.
Video games are stupid.
Doing anything, man. Yeah.
There's something new and hot that's not new, but I'm finding it super hot, but we got to wait for Keenan because he's the one that sold me on it.
Okay, well, I can talk about stuff that I played too if you want.
Do you want to just cut to that part and fuck that guy?
Oh no, I mean we'll save your stuff. I don't know.
Just shoot the shit, man.
Yeah, fine. We don't have to.
What did you watch any movies this week?
Movies?
Yeah.
Not. Did I started watching this documentary about comedy and the Holocaust called The Last Laugh on Netflix, and it had like Carl Reiner and like what's his name, Mel Brooks, and a bunch of other people, and it was kind of cool. I watched the first like 30 minutes of it, and it
must have been really good if you watched 30 minutes of it and then quit.
I guess it didn't pull me in that. I wanted to do something else, but I enjoyed what I watched.
I gotta tell you, I was thinking about Netflix today. There's nothing good on Netflix. It's like watching TV.
Yeah, Netflix doesn't. Well, they put Star Wars on Netflix recently.
Great, Star Wars is shit.
I like
Star Wars is dead to me.
Yeah.
No,
sign a petition.
But I think did you see that like manifesto?
I didn't read it, but I didn't want to read it. I can probably predict what's in the manifesto.
Oh, it's exactly what you'd expect. I very quickly glossed over and read like the last paragraph.
It's not a real manifesto for people who actually had problem with the movie. It's for people who hate women and minorities. Is that right?
It's so stupid. No, but I mean, Netflix has movies that you don't want to watch, and you just like, I gotta put something on.
Maybe, yeah. Like there's a horror movie that I saw that just got put on there that has the same actress that was in It Follows, and it just came out. Girl? Yeah, it just came out, and I was like, well, this could be good. And then already people are saying it sucks. And like every other exclusive Netflix movie has been pretty bad, apparently. Yeah. Like it just, it's too bad. But
people are already like stuck, right? Everybody's got Netflix. You can't not have Netflix.
Well, I use it for other stuff too. Like
other than watching things.
It's more for Jean to watch things. Like she certain movies and stuff are on there that she likes to watch. So
yeah,
I don't mind having it for that. I suppose
we don't. I canceled it 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah,
and I don't give a shit at all.
Yeah, no. I probably. Well, what are you watching then? Why are you getting your stuff then? Huh?
Google Play.
All right.
Or you know what? I'm still. Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the thing that I always said. I remember being in university. Yeah. No, not university. That was too early. after that, being at some time and saying, man, if they made it easy to rent movies and it wasn't
Yeah.
stupid prices, then I'd rent movies all the time.
Right.
Right.
Do you
Because
think there's a bit of a like the fact that you've rented it makes you give it a chance a little more than you would? It's one of those like choice paralysis things again, right? Like everything's available on Netflix. You can watch anything that's on there.
but
Because
everything
you
on
don't
there is
feel like you're
trash.
but there is no, there's some good stuff on there. There is. Just it's
Okay,
just
but
hard.
there's lots
It's
of
hard
stuff
to
that I can
find
pay
it.
for though.
Yeah, it's hard to find the good stuff though. Like
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not into like. There's so many things to watch that I want to watch that I don't want to just put something on because it looks decent. Like I'm not trying to look for something to watch. It's I have a bunch of stuff to watch. What do I
and
feel
that stuff
of
is
this
on Google
list?
Play more often than not.
Oh yeah,
Really? Oh.
or physical media or library. I'm buying. You know what I just bought? I don't know if I told you this or not. You know, kids into like Dragon Ball and One Piece and stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, she's gotta like Yu Yu Hakusho. So I bought
Really?
the whole thing on Blu-ray last
Wow.
week. It's just, and not that she'll watch it now, but it's got one of those things like,
Yeah.
you know, I look around and it's not readily available everywhere. And so I'm nervous it'll like go out of print and then won't be able to get it. And so I put down for it now.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, you
Had
know.
a great opening.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Very first opening's good.
We went to see, well, what was a week ago?
See
A
Mr.
week
Rogers yet?
ago- No.
Oh, yeah,
A
you
week-
can't see it. You gotta
A
wait.
week ago was the 25th. I've only watched one movie since then. Did I talk about Rififi?
You messaged me about it, but you didn't talk about it on a show or anything.
Shit. It's good shit.
Oh, yeah.
So Rififi, and then yesterday, Fanny and I watched 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh yeah.
Did
What'd
you
you
see
think?
it?
I did see it.
It's okay.
I liked it. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was like the best thing ever, but I enjoyed it.
It was
There's
fine.
some good scenes in it. Like there's some good. Maybe it overstayed its welcome a little bit.
Let me read my review I put on Letterboxd.
All right.
You can go to Letterboxd.
Like-
you don't use this much anymore, right?
Not so much, but I check it once in a while. But there's one scene in that movie that you probably will already know. Like there's this one scene right in the middle that like is really shocking and
When
pretty
he throws
like
the guy out the window.
no, pretty touching in a way. No, in the interrogation room. I was like, whoa, I didn't see that happening.
What happened?
When he's got
Spoilers for
the
3
mom
Billboards
in the
Outside Ebbing,
interrogation
Missouri.
room, the sheriff, and he's talking with her.
Okay, what did you say? I forgot.
Did you watch this movie? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I did. Tell me.
And
Which?
he's sick.
Oh, that he's got cancer?
Yeah, but what happens?
Or he
He's
shoots
like,
himself in
they're
the head?
arguing. No, they're arguing.
They kiss.
Oh my God. He coughs in her face. Did you not
Oh
see
yeah,
that
yeah. The
scene?
blood goes all over her face.
Yeah. And she like, it changes the tone of the scene entirely. It's really, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool because they're kind of enemies, really, at that point, almost, right? Sort of, right? So, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
like
read. I'm gonna read like word for word my review here. All right. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. A little too on the nose for my liking. Felt like an interesting movie made less so to give it a better chance with a larger audience.
Yeah, could
Do
be.
you agree?
Yeah, I wanted a revenge thing at the end too, and then they sort of like leave that hanging.
Just
And I'm like,
ended it.
damn it.
You know what? I actually don't mind how it ended. I felt like it was fine. It could have been so much better if it was a little more biting, but it was just
Yeah.
so safe.
Yeah,
It was like a risque movie, not being
not in
risque
any of the ways
enough.
of that really.
being risque
matter.
for your mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like swears and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's like a dinner table scene with that family, and you're just like, okay, yeah, they're all jerks to each other, but it's not really like meaningful. And it's like, oh, that's just the way they are. Ha ha ha. Like they're always like that.
It was
Like,
no
at first-
devil's candy. Oh, you know what scene totally got me in that movie was
What?
when they showed like the flashback scene. She was fighting with her daughter. And then she goes, well, I'm just going to walk down. I'm going to get raped. She's like, I hope you do get raped. And then she does get raped.
I thought that was too on the nose.
it was on the nose, but it did it for me.
I liked so where I thought the movie could have been awesome was like when she's in that store and the guy comes in and starts threatening her.
Yeah, that was
Remember?
cool. Yeah.
I thought that's where I was like, oh shit, this is gonna turn into some crazy
Yep.
shit.
Yeah,
And they kind of
that's what I
just
thought
dropped
too.
it and it was like, oh come on. Like that's
Yep.
what I liked. I wanted to see it go into that territory where she's kind of vulnerable too. Where she's not really vulnerable as a character, except for that moment. It feels like so. Anyway, yeah, it was all right. I agree.
Let's talk about video games. That guy
Okay.
can just come on when he comes on.
Okay.
He's there.
He was there the whole time. What did you hear?
All the movie talk.
I hope you've seen 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
No.
Oh well. Tim, what'd you play?
Picked up a bunch of random shit on Steam, played a bit more of it. Kathy Rain, I actually finished it. It's that point and click adventure game. It's cool. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's a little short. It's well done, moderate budget game. All the lines of dialogue are voice acted in a good way, which is kind of nice, which you don't see too often. Couple cool puzzles throughout the whole game that I really appreciated, but for the most part, I felt it was a little too short and a little too average overall. So it'd be interesting to see what that developer makes in the future for adventure games, but it was just sort of okay. I picked up Card Quest. It's like another of these roguelike card games. The only thing about this one is sort of like DOS type graphics, that old school 8-bit DOS graphics, and it's a little more puzzly than Slay the Spire, but it has a similar kind of format. Except you get equipment in it that you can equip before you do a run and throughout a run, and instead of giving you individual cards, it gives you blocks of cards that are always the same. So it's a little more there's a little less granularity compared to Slay the Spire. Your health pool is smaller, so you can die way quicker. There's lower numbers for everything. I don't know. It's interesting. There's more classes.
Why didn't you pick this up on your phone?
What Card Quest is on phone? No, I don't know if I would like to play it on my phone, actually. Is this one that you're familiar with, Keenan? Is this the one you've mentioned before, or did you?
No, I mean, yeah, I know about it because it came out recently on phone, but I'm just not sure why. Why wouldn't you want to pick it up on phone?
I don't
because phone is not video games.
Yeah, I just can't. I have tried playing games on my phone, and I just can't. I don't want to have games on there because my phone's already distracting enough, and I use it for work too, and I just can't see myself adding something to that. It's just one of those weird. It's my own problem, but I don't. Okay. I'd rather play. If I'm going to play a card game, I'd rather.
You just would rather not have it your phone be an entertainment device in that way.
Yeah, I guess so. And I don't know if the Card Quest is enhanced or not by mouse. Probably not. But I like to have one hand and just play Card Quest. Sure. But the graphics didn't really grow on me like Slay the Spires did, even though I didn't like Slay the Spires graphics at first either. But I can see what they're going for, and it definitely does it well. Just maybe not. Maybe I got to play it a little more. But I'll probably give it a little more time. I think it seems kind of deep. It seems like there's multiple different dungeons that you can pick and different character classes, and as you go through each one, you unlock stuff you can start a run with for each class. Even doing the tutorials gives you a significant leg up for each class after you finish it. And the tutorials were pretty puzzly and not that easy. I had to try a bunch of parts over and over because it basically says you have to beat tutorials without getting hit at all. So you really have to pick your cards carefully, and your card isn't RNG for the tutorial. So there's a right answer. Yeah. So I don't know. It's cool.
You know how to play that class and how to use.
Yeah, it really gives you that. Yeah, you do the tutorials and you really have at least you know how to play the class and the starting cards they start with. So yeah, I'm gonna put more time into it. I think it's doing its different thing than Slay the Spire for sure. Sort of similar, but it's its own thing. I played Death State today for maybe an hour. It's it's not a twin stick bullet hell roguelike. It's a single stick. So the weird gimmick for this one is that you only control movement, and your button presses are for some item activations, but your character will auto target enemies that are near enough to you, and you just have to worry about dodging. So it gets really crazy with the bullet hell stuff. It just, the only thing I didn't really like about it doesn't seem like there's a lot of potential for any like actual builds in it. Like all the items that I got, and I beat it already on the normal difficulty, took like 30 minutes. They just like do things like, oh, more bullets. Oh, your bullets look a bit different. Oh, you can run a little faster. Or you do more damage, and there's nothing really that different about how it feels. Maybe I haven't played it long enough, but and there's like each level's like just one big area with like walls and shit everywhere, and there's tons of enemies, and you just gotta find the exit. And sometimes there's items. There's no rooms or anything like that. It's just like one big room. The bosses were cool that I fought. There's a bunch of different characters you can unlock and stuff, but it's okay. I don't think I'll be playing it any further. And stuff I haven't played that I picked up. I think I picked up something called Out There Somewhere. It was like super cheap, and I saw that. I think Chris, you have that on your account. I don't know.
Is that an old space game?
I don't even know what it is. Something to do with space. Yes,
I did have it.
You have it. It looks like a Metroidvania of some kind in space, and you're a guy in a spacesuit or something.
I don't think I played this.
Supposedly quite good. It's 59 cents right now, and it has good reviews. So I was like, they said it's a little bit short, but they said it's doing something pretty neat. So that might be why you have it.
Though, shit, right?
Yeah. So that one. I didn't talk about playing Neo, and so I played it for like 4 or 5 hours. I borrowed it from Keenan. Thanks again, Keenan. I'm gonna play it more, I think, before I decide whether to really complete it or not. But so it's a cool game. Like I kind of like the fact that in Neo you can go back into areas and then they give you different quests, but you get to kind of explore the same map in a different way. And I guess from the developer's perspective, that like it increases the longevity of some of the assets they've made. Like they can tweak a map a little bit and then have you go back through it again with different enemies. I guess I like how complex the combat is. There's a lot to it. Like regular enemies can kill you if you're not careful, at least so far. The only thing that I really don't like that much so far is how much loot you get, and I have no idea like what is good, what is bad. Like I'm constantly getting
Diablo.
Loot.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but it's like I can't judge it. Like I have no, in Diablo you played it enough where you look at an item and you know if it's good. This one I'm just like I have no clue. And maybe I just gotta play it more, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool, and it definitely has I like the vibe of it for sure. Like it's got a bit of jank feel to it, but no more than maybe the old Dark Souls games. Even the first boss that I thought was cool, with the guy on the ship with the big huge like metal like ball and chain thing. I don't know how powerful that like what's that ability you get, like the crazy invincible mode? Like is that meant to be used on bosses like all the time? Like it seems OP. I don't know, from you guys who played it, like you activate that thing and you just tear through most enemies. Is it meant to be like something you use all the time? Like I don't know. Okay. Is that your answer?
I don't know.
You finished it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I picked.
Oh, maybe I didn't. I got super far and I didn't. I got sidetracked.
Really? Yeah. I remember you saying you were gonna like go do ninja skills and shit, like a ninja skills build or something. Yeah. I picked axe, and then I realized that like all the cool parrying shit was on the samurai sword class or whatever. So I respec'd it, and now I'm trying to use the samurai sword to play. I kind of like, they have the stance system where you switch stances, and the timing where you like can get your energy back and stuff. It's pretty complex, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's intriguing, and I'm really curious about what the sequel will look like based on what I've seen, for sure. Like I'm kind of interested, but yeah, we'll see. I might play it more. That's about it for me.
Yeah.
Questions, comments?
None.
Ringtones?
None. I played the shit out of Ys 8.
Oh.
Like a gross amount. Like I'm at the last boss right now.
What a surprise. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. I got 100% of the map, 100% treasures, 100% gather points. I'm like, if it didn't require a second playthrough, I'd have platinum for sure.
And how disgusted do you feel about yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all, because I enjoyed it. If you enjoy something, then why would you feel disgusted about yourself, right?
Weren't you the one posting images from in the game, being like, look at that.
Oh yeah, no, and the female thing is not
You
super
got
strong in
past
this
that.
game.
Well,
Yeah,
not
but it's
past
not.
it,
It's not super gross, and they don't do anything. You know what? It was better end game than it was at the start of the game. How's that?
And more, it's just about the characters themselves are not necessarily as tropey. It's just the way they look.
No, super tropey, but like it's not the gross tropey.
Right.
Like there's actually there's one.
There's some pretty. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
What?
No, I'm just saying if you're talking about gross tropey, like it can go pretty far down that direction, right? There's quite a gradient of.
Oh yeah. And I mean the worst it gets here is just Donna's costume is terrible.
Right.
But outside of that, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Laxia, the other girl that I was saying last week, where you find she's like having a bath or some shit in a river, naked. Like that's the last that they do of it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, a lot of the female characters are quite strong, which is actually decent.
Oh, okay, that's good.
There's one character that comes later. She doesn't do anything. It's just a villager that you collect.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an old lady named Sylvia, who's like this like legendary swords person.
Right.
And that's cool as hell. Like how often do you see like a 7-year-old like sword destroyer woman?
Yeah, no, I like that.
I dug that. That was really cool. It's fun.
It's challenging.
I'm playing on hard instead of nightmare.
Yeah.
And it's not overly challenging, no.
Okay. So easier as an ease game goes, maybe.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time.
Still not hard for listeners. I mean, these games are still pretty hard.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of, in retrospect, so it requires 2 playthroughs for a platinum trophy, unless you want to play on Nightmare right from the beginning.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's harder, but you also gain experience slower than you do in any other mode.
Oh.
And so not only is it harder, it's also more of a grind, I guess. And so I'm comfortable not getting the platinum, just doing what I can now just for fun. And then
is there any like hidden boss on the second playthrough or anything like that?
No, I killed it on the first playthrough.
Oh. So there's no point unless you want to platinum it.
I don't know if you guys are the same, but as soon as I finish a game, I don't want to touch it ever again.
Yeah, usually.
And so I'm at the last boss, and I don't want to beat it because I know that that'll be the end of my experience with this game, and there's still some things that I think I might want to do.
Oh, I see.
Does that make sense? And so I'm just like sitting on it, but I might just finish it off and not play. So Ease 8, I would give it like a light 4. Well, it's not bad. Still playing Monster Hunter. I put some more time into Shadowhand. I think last time I said I had not played it at all, right?
Yeah, you had. Keenan mentioned it.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as that other. What's that other one?
Regency Solitaire.
Yeah, Regency Solitaire. It's like Regency Solitaire, only less fun. It's good. Like it's strange. So it's Solitaire, but they have like a dual system where you fight people, and you got like one thing I really love is that you have equipment. You can like buy equipment from shops and get it as loot, and then like different equipment pieces do different things like while you're playing Solitaire.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's a really interesting idea. I just find the duels not that fun. And I kind of wish that it was just Solitaire. It's fun.
You were telling me that like you don't you don't get the combat. It's not clicking with you or something like that.
I think the thing that I was doing wrong is I was putting everything into like expecting Pierce to proc, where it just ignores their armor. Right. And I'm finding that just brute strengthening them, like brute forcing them, is working much better than trying to get through their armor.
Yeah, I've been bleeding them out a lot of the time lately.
Yeah, I want to get more rats. There's an item that's a rat, and if you throw a rat at a guy, it poisons them and makes him bleed. It's like the best thing ever. But you can't buy them, so I'm like using them sparingly.
Yeah,
but you get them as loot from one fight against like a prison
guy.
Prison guy. and it's great. It's really important to remember this is a solitaire game. So I mean, I'd recommend it. For that, I would recommend it. Like it's something.
What game has rats that you get as consumable items? That's crazy. I've never heard of that. That's pretty unique.
Yeah, it's, you know what, it's funny because I think that if it were for anybody else, I'd be like, yeah, check it out. Shadowhand's really cool. Pick it up. But I think because I've played, and I think Ken, you're the same, I've played so many like solitaire genre games.
How many?
Well, look, this is really like a lot of the Puzzle Quest stuff too, right? It's like your puzzle charges an attack basically, right? So it's got that similar kind of vibe to a lot of those kinds of games.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it. It's a 3. It's a 3 out of 5. It's good. You know.
Yeah.
I did play 2 other games. Oh, actually, before I say those 2, I think we've talked about it on the show before. I'm super big into Hungry Cat Picross for mobile.
Mm-hmm.
It just got like
running.
a couple for sure. It got a crazy update that like completely changed the way the game is played. It changed graphics. It changed it's like almost a different game now.
Oh, how come I didn't get that update?
What do you mean completely changed how Picross is?
No, you play Picross the same way. The way that they like you gather coins. So in the old game, you collect sardines for doing puzzles, and the sardines do nothing. It's just you get sardines, right?
Okay.
Where now you can level up, and as you level up, you get like boxes, and then boxes are like equipment for your like. They added like fucking IAPs, yeah, for sure. It's a way to monetize this thing a little more.
But how does that affect what does the loot do? Nothing?
Well, no, you have a cat on the screen while you're doing Picross, and you can dress up the cat. But it's funny though, because what they did, I guess they retroactively.
I should cancel this update right now.
No, but there's no like. Actually, you know what? Maybe I don't want to say yes or no because did you buy it? Did you pay for the premium thing? Yeah. So you'll be fine. I don't know what kind of thing there is if you didn't buy it.
I actually bought it twice.
Yeah, so did I. But it looks okay. It's a little janky right now. And it doesn't look as clean and polished as the like original one was, but I like what they're trying to do, I think. And so right now I'm going to give it a preliminary thumbs up.
Whoa.
However, I played 2 other games this week that are hard thumbs downs.
Whoa.
Important that you understand that I played both of these games for like maybe 5 minutes each. That's enough for me.
Wouldn't happen any other way.
I've been playing video games long enough where I can make snap decisions about things real quick.
Is this going to be controversial, Chris?
No, not at all.
All right.
One of them is a Steam game called Handsome Mr. Frog, which I was really excited about.
Yeah, you were. You told me about it.
Yeah, it's a Steam game, which is a steaming pile of shit.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 star out of 5. It's trash. Unless you're into like the early 80s like arcade video game thing. Like it's you know that animated gif of the guy opening his hands and going, it's fucking nothing.
Right.
That's what this is.
It looks I look when you showed me a picture of that or a video of that, I didn't think it was good.
Okay, but at the same time, you look at a picture of Carol Blaster.
Right, sure, fine.
Which I was like, Carol Blaster looks like garbage, and I played it, and it's like one of my favorite games ever.
And the title screen for this game looks really good. Like there's
some good stuff about it. I like the art is great.
Yeah,
the game is trash. Also play Carol Blaster. The other game, and this one, Tim, I have to apologize to you because you warned me about it. About Kholat. Like Kholat. It's that.
Did I warn you about it?
Yeah, you said it was. You heard that it was shit.
I did. Oh.
Yeah, like this week.
I thought I was talking about Kona, the one that I bought.
Well, no, you also told me that was shit. So Kholat is. Do you know the Dyatlov Pass incident in Russia? There's a story, you can look it up. Dyatlov Pass incident. Dyatlov is Dyatlov, where there's like 10 or 11 Russian students went hiking in the mountains, in the winter, and then they went missing. And then this is a true story. And then they sent like a search team out for them. And there's like all these really crazy details of what happened to them. Like they were in a tent, and so they all died. All the kids here died. And so the evidence they found of this place is that the tent was ripped from the inside as if people were trying to escape the tent. And then there was footprints, like bare footprints leading out of the tent and like, how many meters away. And then they found some of the bodies there. And then they found some of the bodies like further away from the tent, but like naked. And then they had like internal organ damage, but no external wounds, except for one guy got like his skull cracked or something like that. Like there's all these like really, really crazy, like it's like a unsolved mystery thing, you know? Really interesting to read about though. So Kholat is a game where it's inspired by those events.
Sure.
And it's boring as shit. It's a walking simulator.
Right.
It's like the worst game ever for me. It's a walking simulator with survival elements.
Yeah.
How did you end up picking this up?
I don't know. I like the Dyatlov Pass incident.
So the Wikipedia article helped you out with it.
Yeah, so it's I don't know, if you're into it, I guess fine. What's that other?
Narrated by Sean Bean, though.
Okay.
Right, from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Another game that I dropped just as fast for the survival element stuff was Flame in the Flood. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about that game. It's the same as like Let's Survive Together. Don't starve.
Don't starve together.
Let's starve together. Let's survive together. Don't.
It's good to know
starve
that you're
together.
up on your games.
You played Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together?
I played Don't Starve for maybe about an hour.
I played it for a little longer. It didn't capture my heart at all either. Like, and I even played with another person. Like, it's kind of cool, but the learning curve for that game results in you dying for dumb reasons a lot. And starting from scratch in that game is boring as hell. And there's nothing, even though it's random, the beginning of that game doesn't feel that much different, even with the randomness. So you're grinding through the same steps, it feels like at the beginning, with no shortcuts. Like normally you get some, you figure out some shortcuts through your experiences or what have you, and it just doesn't feel like there's like the tech tree is pretty much the same at the very beginning. So it's just like, oh, grind this shit out again.
You know what game is really good for
one
that?
Mistake.
For like if you die and then having like more of a start the next time.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue Legacy.
Yeah, but that's right. We've talked about that.
I know.
It's not done in a good way, but I agree with
that
you.
is. It's done in a great way.
It's done in a way.
In an amazing way.
Right.
Yeah, so I am not a fan of either of those genres. And so this game is not for me. I would give it it looked kind of cool. So 2 stars out of 5.
Have you played any other survival games aside from Minecraft that you enjoyed?
Minecraft's not a survival game.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Well,
tiebreaker.
In what way is it not a survival game?
Okay, it's a survival.
It's your food, water.
It's a survival game like Mario is a survival game.
You have a food meter, and things are trying to kill you at night. You have to build things to survive.
Water, food, like shelter, like you'll die.
You have to
just
build
from
shelter.
elements.
Minecraft
Just
is
from
a tower
elements.
defense game.
You need to
It's
build
tower
shelter,
defense.
and you need to eat food and
You
find
need to
food.
build a house and you need to eat food. That doesn't make it a survival game.
Just
Tim.
said
know-
those,
you know
those
what?
are the criteria you just said.
No,
I
I
changed-
just
I
said
cha-
you listen to me.
I thought that's what you
changed-
said.
Jesus Christ.
What did you
Tim.
say? Say it again. What were the
I said you
Hold on.
need a shelter because you need to survive elements,
Yes,
because the
that's
elements will
check
take
one.
down your. Oh my God.
Well,
And
what
it's
do you mean?
also,
It has to be
and it's
wind
also
or
tower
cold?
defense because at nighttime you got to
Yeah.
build in the day to get ready for night.
Yeah.
It's a tower defense survival crossover genre.
Let me look up what genre Minecraft is.
It's a builder
Rolling
game.
my ass.
It's building.
Yeah, if you play in non-survival mode.
No,
It's
you
literally
play-
called survival mode in the game, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure that's a mode, a literal mode in it. Yes, it's called survival. You pick that mode. Don't tell
And
me.
like no kid ever picks that mode.
Well, I don't care what kids do, Keenan. If I cared what kids did, I don't know. I don't know how to follow that up, but
It's only Minecraft, like, as it's known to like millions and millions and
me
millions
and
of
Chris
people.
played it in the way you're supposed to play it, and the way you're supposed to play it was in survival mode.
Yeah, you and Chris.
Fun. That was great.
To answer your question about what other survival games I played, Disaster Report had stuff like that, didn't it?
Yeah. It's a little more linear, like a little more designed, right? No RNG and stuff. Isn't there a new one coming out, like a VR one, or am I crazy?
The Shadows whatever one.
Yeah, but
No,
as a
there's no way that shit'll ever come here.
no, probably not. But no, maybe.
Shadows Die Twice. That's another game. What's the Shrouded in
Summer Memories, Disaster Report 4.
City Shrouded in Shadows.
What?
City Shrouded in Shadow.
Oh, is that the subtitle for it?
No, that's what the game's called.
Oh.
That's the one where they have like kaiju battle thing. Like you live in a town that has like Godzilla and Evangelion and shit attacking.
Oh yeah.
Apparently it's not very good.
This one's gonna be out in October in Japan.
It's like a new one.
And yeah, I don't know if the whole
Like
game's in VR, but I hope it is. No, it's a VR mode. Screw it. I hate that stuff. Ace Combat's gonna have a VR mode too.
What's wrong with VR mode?
Well, I want a VR game. I don't want a mode.
Yeah, Resident Evil sucks.
That's the game. The whole game is in VR.
Yeah, it's not though. It's VR mode.
No, it's the entire game. It's not a little portion designed part that's only VR and you can't play the rest of the game.
That's not
what
what I thought you meant.
That's what I'm talking about when I say mode.
Well, be more clear.
Not the whole game. Got it?
I do now.
You guys are getting my blood pressure up.
I'm getting my balls sweaty.
If only Tim didn't have so much roid rage lately.
Yeah.
Spending too much time
Your
in the
fault.
gym.
Could be.
Are you taking steroids or what?
No.
HGH.
This is my normal. This is my normal mood profile. I don't know if I took a. Wow, I can't imagine.
I don't know. I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. I don't know how more pumped you are, man.
Not that much more pumped. I'm just.
I'm fatter.
Already. It's been like how long? I thought you were biking everywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. I'm still an idiot and I eat shitty food.
I'm down 15 pounds.
Hey. So I'm thinking of getting a Switch because Octopath's going to come out, and depending on the reviews of that, the thing is still $3.79 in Canada.
Well, no, just got a pay cut. Or pay cut.
It
just got price drop.
No, I know. That's what I'm talking about. It's down $20 to $3.79. And it's not bundled with any games either. I was surprised.
50% off at EB. You can choose like between 3 games. You get 50% off one of them.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm getting more on board. And yeah, Octopath. There was like a leaked Japanese review, but who knows? You can trust that review. I don't know if it's Famitsu or what, but
it's got to be good. Like, but do you want to pay $400 for?
No, but I also am thinking of like I do want to have a portable system again that I play more and.
You're not going to play it portable.
No, you don't think so?
You're going to sit on your couch and play it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to do. That's what I mean by portable. I don't want to have to use the TV. I want to be able to be anywhere with it. You know?
Yeah.
You guys were trying to talk me into this for ages.
Yeah, and then we had one for a long time, and it's exactly the same as every other Nintendo system.
Oh.
Feel free to jump in the pool, but
the best games for Switch are the same games that were the best games for Wii U. Just Mario Kart 8, like it's just re-releases.
Here, tell you what, it's a real good option for you, Tim, because like all the stuff that Chris and I had to buy new, now you can get used. So like you can get all that stuff.
Yeah,
just
I
buy a
want to play
Wii
Mario too, and
yeah, you wanted to play Mario.
Really forgettable.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, but I don't know.
It's a good game. It's the same game that you've played how many times?
Right. But I feel like if I can play it portable, it'll be nice to have it. But I say that every time, like at the Vita, like
I didn't like it portable. I didn't play Mario portable. I wouldn't. I didn't like it.
no way.
Played it on the TV.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean, there's some good stuff, but I find that anything that I buy for Switch is like, yeah, maybe I'll try this, and then I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, there's, I don't know.
if Octopath reviews well, it might. I really want to play. I kind of want to play it. Seems like it's a good soundtrack so far. It seems like there's some other things.
So here's what you do.
And it would be cool to own like some games that I normally own on Steam, like maybe on Switch. Like
Why?
I would rather play La Mulana maybe on the Switch if La Mulana 2 comes out, or some other things like that. It would be cool to have it on a console. I don't know. I'm getting tired of sitting in front of my computer to play games. I'd rather sit on the couch.
I'm getting tired of playing games.
Yeah, me too.
Video games are fucking stupid. You know what video games are good for?
Stuff in a week or two.
Yeah, what's the summer festival stuff?
I don't know. It's gonna be surprises.
Is that next week?
I think in 2 weeks. On the 13th it starts,
I think we're playing tonight if you want to jump on.
Yeah, I might.
All right.
Yeah.
Keenan, did you play any video games this week? Do you also hate video games?
Hate my life.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
No, my life's fine, I guess. Just like trying to do some side business now. But yeah, I don't know. We had a long weekend, so I had a little bit more time to throw into a couple things. I picked up Battle Chef Brigade on the Switch. Speaking of things that I wanted to play portable.
Was it on sale?
Yeah, it's on sale. I don't know if it's still on sale, but yeah.
On sale for what?
Something like $20 still. I'm pretty
Too
sure.
much.
Yeah. But it's a pretty I don't know. I like the game loop of like going out there, having a light platforming action 2D action game mixed with puzzles. So you bring the food back and basically you have to do a kind of match 3 or match 2 kind of situation and kind of figure out what ingredients you're going to put in your
Mouth.
either dish that you're going to serve to everybody. So the style, the voice acting is all really nice. I'm not too sure if the art style is everybody's cup of tea. There's a lot of, to me, it looks like unfinished artwork, like they didn't colorize it enough and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They need another pass on the artwork. But like the actual drawings are really nice. Like
does it look like Korra?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, but a little bit flatter in the
there's no
palette.
Shadows, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking at it now too, Keenan. It does look like that.
Yeah, so there's some of the artwork where there's just a monotone color. I think they were going for an effect, but it just ends up looking unfinished. But yeah, I don't know. The art is what it is, and it looks like it looks more like, rather than the finished animation drawings that you would see in a cartoon, it looks more like the stuff that you would see in an art book. Like that's what I mean. Like it's flatter in that way, and like Tim said, there isn't the same kind of shadow details in the coloring and stuff. So, but yeah, they do dynamic camera work, zoom ins, things like that, and the art stands up to that. A lot of times it doesn't when it's pixel art and 2D art, but this one it's fine. They scan at a high enough resolution, and yeah, I don't know. It's just a really solid game that I think a lot of people would enjoy. But I understand the hesitation since it's so expensive still on the Switch.
Do you think price point is do you think it's too high for that game?
To me, I want to support it because I find it's really well done and fun. I mean, the problem still is
too high.
So it's on Steam now on the sale for $14. So that's
fucking Switch. Don't buy a Switch for this reason alone. Deepest Dungeon, Darkest Dungeon. That game is like $11 on Steam and $40 on Switch.
Well, there's a bunch of expansions, but that still isn't add up to $40.
Doesn't matter.
There's like 3 expansions now. Like one of them's $5, one of them's $10. But
That's some hard boosh.
How much is Octopath going to be?
Full price.
Full price. It's a full game. It's a full game, Tim.
I know.
It's an RPG full game. Where
I'm gonna have to buy this at Shoppers, man. Shoppers Drug Mart. 20
go for it, man.
times points.
I mean, it's not a remake. It's like
no. If it's good, it's good. I don't mind. But I might wait for reviews. We'll see what happens.
Reviews are gonna be good.
How good though? Is the question.
Oh, dude, they're gonna be real good.
The other stuff I kind of just played a little bit on Steam. One was tried out Pharaoh Rebirth, which Chris got for me, and it's I don't know. It's a fun little platformer with some style. I'm gonna need to spend a lot more time in it.
But it's not fun though.
Did you start out on it yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
So
I don't know. Like it's not my art style necessarily, but I don't know. I need to dive deeper into it because there's a lot of collectibles that will change your stats and stuff. So
lots of collectibles, eh?
Yeah, but they're collectibles that seem to have some meaning in them. So
that doesn't matter to me in the slightest. If I can collect it, that's enough of a selling point.
Played more Shadowhand, like we said last week. I dipped back into Slay the Spire, and I finished it for the first time at 13 hours. I'm still not feeling the game and how the RNG is. Monolith, I dipped into that. It's as tight and fun as you guys say.
It's so good.
And it's really like a solid piece of work. Like I can't believe it's only like 20 megs or something like that.
It's crazy.
Sorry, it's like 120 megs. Sorry.
And that's a proper price point right there.
Yep. Also played Let Them Come.
Oh, cool.
Also, yeah, it does actually have a phone version, but I didn't want to play it on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I would say, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say it's not bad. It's good. It's cool.
Toy. It's like a phone. It plays like a phone game. But I think what you're saying, you have to kind of manage your loadout by selling and rebuying different weapons because your money's kind of limited.
I didn't find that to be the case at all. I bought like the biggest loadout from the beginning, and then I just used the same thing over and over again. So have you fought any bosses yet?
Yeah.
Have you fought the octopus guy yet?
No, I just got to the first boss, finished that.
That shit's difficult, so it's cool. What I'm hoping happens with this game is that it opens up and becomes more of a puzzle game than anything else, where you're trying to figure out how to do this. Like not only trying to figure out how to do it, but also executing it in a way that finds you success,
Yeah.
So I played it a little more this week too.
That's not bad. It's for the price. Like it's a fun little thing to spend a little bit of time with.
Yeah,
it's like something you pick up for like 5-10 minutes, put it back down. It's not a loss.
Perfect for your phone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I picked it up on Steam though.
Yeah.
Carol Blaster, I started that finally.
Good man. How good is it? How much do you love it?
When you mentioned it, yeah, it's nice and tight. Is what I would say.
Yeah.
So, it feels good. It's from the guys that make Cave Story, so it's solid. If you have a choice between the two, I think Cave Story will ultimately give you more bang for what you're buying, I guess.
Funny, I think that I like Carol Blaster more than Cave Story.
I'm not a huge fan of 8-bit graphics. I'd rather have 16. So, and yeah, that's it. I think. Yeah, that's it.
There you go. I would say that video game talk is probably over this week, but there's another thing that I want to talk about if you guys want to stick around just for a sec.
Yeah.
So again, same thing. If you're not interested in hearing this, you can turn it off. But Keenan said last week about watching a show, and I put it off because the art is real bad and I couldn't get into it, and I just nothing about this is interesting to me. And then I decided to give the comic a crack instead, and it got me right away to the point where I was okay watching the show, and now I'm watching the show and reading the comic, and it's really good. Any guesses, Tim?
I have no idea what Keenan would have recommended to you.
It's on my Plex server. I don't know if that does anything.
Nope.
My Hero Academia.
Oh.
It's really good.
I read a little bit of it a while ago, like a year ago, and kind of, it was intriguing. I kind of liked what I saw, and then I watched a little bit because I saw it on your Plex server because I didn't know that they animated it. And I like it too. It's I don't know, like you probably watched more than me.
How far did you get?
Not very far, but in the comic, just the first major thing that happens in the comic, like not much.
First major like school thing or first major out of school thing?
Like thing, I guess. Like they do a thing, and
you're gonna want to go back to it.
Yeah.
I think personally. Because if you were into it at the beginning, because I was kind of like, yeah, it's not bad, it's pretty cool, and then like things happen, and you're like, holy shit,
cool,
like, this is awesome.
All right,
like, go back to it. I think it's a lot of fun.
All right. You're when you say it.
I mean, I know that you love Build Fighters.
That's true. You just turned me right around right there. You just turned me right around. Damn it. Well, you know what I'm excited for, and you're excited for, is friggin' Middle Manager
next week, bud.
Tokugawa.
I'm gonna make 2 recommendations. Can we let's do like simul watch of 2 shows starting next week.
two shows. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Tuesdays, Middle Manager what's his name?
Tokugawa.
Tonegawa.
Yeah.
And then Thursday is Banana Fish. How crazy is it that we're sitting here in 2018 and Banana Fish has an anime coming out?
What's that?
How fucked up is that, Kenan?
Yeah, that's kind of super messed up.
I never, ever in a million years would have expected that one. But hey, we got JoJo animated too, right? So
I gotta tell you though, like we're seeing like in Japan that they're running out of some ideas because there's a lot of apparently just from inside sources that I know there's a lot of Chinese money going in to Japan now to make like anime shows, and they don't seem to have enough like ideas. Like they got Netflix, they got Prime, and everybody like infusing money. So
yeah, and everything is shit coming to those though.
Exactly, but you see, now they have enough money to take some risks on things like that you wouldn't have ever expected to get animated, right?
That's exciting.
Because this already has a kaiji, and kaiji is pretty popular even with like regular people in Japan. Yeah. So this would make sense.
And I watched. Did I tell you I watched the friggin' Dice Game again the other week? I don't know if we talked on the show from
the second season of Kaiji.
Oh, it's so I went through a little quick. Like I could have skipped parts. I'm like, yeah, I know what happens here. Keep skipping. Like I've forgotten the details, some of the details of how that all worked. Oh,
but they added that. Hey, that dice game from Kaiji is the Suikoden game that we were talking about last week.
Oh, okay. Donburi,
it's the same
whatever,
thing.
With the Donburi bowls.
The season 2 of Kaiji was shit though because they padded it out so hard.
It was a little too padded. It's too bad that they didn't. If they added a third arc, it would have been perfect. Like a third thing
within the same season, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I just thought of is that I've been going through One Piece. So what they did, there's a group. I don't know if the group is called One Piece, I think One Piece Project or whatever. But there's a group of people who are taking episodes of One Piece, which is horribly paced, and then recutting it together into like better paced episodes. And it's fantastic. I've been watching it with Fanny. We finished Zoe and just starting Whole Cake now.
Yeah, I'm on Whole Cake. Like for I'm like it.
Did you see that there's a couple episodes missing in the middle? I don't know what made them skip it, but episode 8 and 9 I think were missing.
Oh,
and then 8 just came out, and so it should be the gap should be filled soon within the next couple of weeks probably.
Okay, so I was right almost at the end of what you had.
Oh yeah, of everything that's on there.
No, of Whole Cake, you said.
Oh, then did you miss like part of the story? Like halfway through, did it seem like you're like, what the hell's going on?
Maybe,
Oh,
but maybe not.
all right.
I don't know.
In any case, 2 episodes in the middle of those were missing.
Okay.
But it's fun. Like
The numbers I would have noticed. Like there at one point at the beginning of an episode, it seemed like they skipped a little piece where I was like, "What?" Like,
well, it's 2 episodes worth of
yeah,
content.
no, it wasn't that much. No, it couldn't have been. No way.
I can see myself going back. Like they're going back and doing the whole thing. So they're working on Marineford right now. I can see myself going back and watching that. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they could do a kaiju one.
Well, and that's what made me think it would be awesome if somebody recut that, because it's so good, but man, is it slow.
Yeah. Like I skip parts even when I watch it again. So
yeah.
We'll see. Like if the middle manager Tonegawa does well, maybe they'll reconsider. I don't know if they would reanimate Kaiji. They've been doing that a lot lately too. Like old series that now they have enough materials, and then the cast.
Legend of Galactic Heroes, they're redoing. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't redo Kaiji. They'll just like, that's not that old where they're gonna redo.
No, they wouldn't redo it.
You wouldn't think
Banana
so.
Fish.
Yeah, man. Banana Fish is the new hotness. It's the new old hotness.
All right.
And Banana Fish is like that, like B tier bullshit that like you don't even put any time into. But just because of when it came out, it's worth a watch. It's worth, I'll check it out.
All right. Cool.
Did you know anybody who read Banana Fish, Kenan? Did you ever get into it?
I'm sure like some of my buddies like Nathan probably did, but I never watched it.
Or read it?
Or read it. Sorry.
Just I don't know. It always came off. The covers looked really cool. Like, was it Pulp put it out? I think. I could be wrong, but the covers always looked really cool. It just didn't grab me at all at the time. But give it new legs in 2018, like 25 years later.
The animation looks pretty wild from the trailer that they put out. So.
Oh, and that was the other thing. I was really impressed with My Hero Academia. The animation's not horrible. But it usually is, right? Like any of the shit that I watch is either like, David Pro does such a garbage job with JoJo, and One Piece is shit. Like I expect it to be bad now. And
One Piece got really bad at certain parts. Like, real
terrible.
bad. I wouldn't say JoJo was that. Like the second pass on JoJo, really bad. Like the second pass, like on the Blu-rays and stuff, looks good.
Well, Dragon Ball Super was like that too, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And so I expect it to be really awful, but it's not horrible. It's
solid. Yeah.
Give it a go. Okay.
I'm interested to hear you talk more about that, because I'm interested for you to get up to where I am now.
Yeah. And you know what's going to happen is I'm going to hit that point this week, and then I'm going to blow so far past you, because there's so much of the comic that's out beyond the TV show. I was surprised because I looked up like comic equivalent to TV show. I'm probably finished second season.
Yeah. You're about second season now.
And then like I'm on, I don't know, I'm like a quarter of the way through the chapters that are available. So there's a lot to pull from. It's nice when they don't have to pad it out for, comic reasons.
Yep. Yeah.
So
well, the anime is coming back. Is still ongoing, because they're doing a 26 episode run this year. So.
They did with the second season or the first season. I know one of them was 13 and the other one was 2 core. Was 26.
Second season was 2 core, and then third season's 2 core as well. So.
Cool. Good. And then we got JoJo 5 Part 5 in October. That's pretty exciting. Actually, you know what? That airs this week at Expo.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough, because you're going to hear all these impressions about how good it is.
And where is the when is that one little Rohan episode coming out?
This summer, apparently.
Oh, I want to see.
Do you know which one it is? Do you know what it's about?
No. Well, I wouldn't.
I'm not sure which one it is, because I've read them. You
read them, yeah.
I'm not sure which one.
The one that we watched was great.
And at the beginning, I was like, Millionaires Village.
Yeah, at the beginning I was like, okay, and then it just turns. It's good.
Anything with more Rohan is good.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Cool. All right. Well, we will talk to you gentlemen next week then.
Okay.
Enjoy summer. Stay cool.
Yeah.
If you can.
It's been so hot.
What do you do with this ball sweat situation?
Okay, bye.
See you later.